it's always the question people ask, what do you want to be remembered as? What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be that I helped get Trump out of office. That's what I really care about.
Well, you did once.
I did. I want to do it a second time. This time he's much more dangerous than he was before.
All right. Well, let's talk about President Trump because, first of all, welcome to Behind the Table, Joy.
Thank you.
All right. On the show today, we talked about President Trump's desire to take complete and total control of Greenland. It's like we're talking about a fictional supervillain at this point.
Yeah.
You said that he can't get any worse, and it's no longer enough to protest and vote. You have to call your senators and congressmen. This is something you feel very strongly about. Tell me what your thoughts are on this.
Well, it seems as though the bulwark at the moment needs to be removed, which is that a Republican Congress is still protecting him and their jobs. And they seem to not understand that he's destroying the United States of America. They don't seem to see that. Every day he does something else to destroy what has been built up over a few centuries now. And I want people to start putting the pressure on the Congress, not on him, because he's a far gone conclusion that he is not well, in my opinion. I don't think he's well at all. He's not making sense. He's acting. I know what I said today. He had a narcissistic injury. Did you hear me say that today?
I don't know.
It's a psychological term that your ego is so wounded that you will lash out because of that. I'm so angry that I'm not getting the award.
Well, this is what
I'm going to invade a country. What is that?
Well, this is what people always say, that his whole first run for office was based on being embarrassed by Obama at the correspondence
That is also another narcissistic injury.
Mm-hmm.
It's like most people who don't have this problem would laugh it off. He can't laugh any kind of an attack, any kind of a joke about him. He can't stand it.
So the question...
That's why the comedians make him so nuts.
So your thinking is that as an act of personal survival to keep their jobs, Congress might change their mind, and that's what they have to feel.
Exactly. And the only power that the American people have before Election Day is to get on the phones and leave messages and say, listen, either invoke the 25th Amendment because he's not making sense.
That's never going to happen.
All right. Then find a way to impeach and convict because he obviously has been committing crimes. He's making a lot of money in the presidency.
I don't think that's going to happen either. I don't think they're going to impeach him a third time. I mean...
It's just like Nixon was. They went to Nixon and they said, listen, you're being impeached. They were all voting against you, and Nixon resigned. That's exactly what needs to happen. And this guy's 10 times worse than Nixon was at this point.
Well, the other big thing we're talking about, and man, the news is dark. We're continuing to see ICE raids in Minnesota with protests happening all over the state. We've seen people dragged from their cars, places of work, and over the weekend, a citizen was taken from his home wearing just his underwear. A citizen. Where does your mind go when you see this? I think I know the answer. Yeah.
Well, Joe Rogan has now used the G word, Gestapo.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, I've watched too many World War II movies and watched jackboots pulling Jews out of their homes and beating them up on the streets to not make the similarity very clear to me.
We're getting a lot of people writing in, actually, wanting to talk for advice from you, actually. About,
really?
And about how you keep joy and positivity in your life in the midst of so much darkness happening in this country right now.
Okay, I write comedies.
I was going to say, I'm not sure you are generally joyful right now with everything going on, but
my husband and I were dancing in the house the other day.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And we have fun together, and I have a lot of friends. I went out to somebody's house for dinner the other night, and we had some laughs. My life goes on.
You're social.
Yeah. Also, I'm in the comedy business still. I don't write dramas. I write comedies. So I'm in the process of writing my plays, which are funny.
All right. I don't want to skip over the fact that you and Steve were dancing in the apartment or the house. Tell me. How did it start?
My first husband and I used to do this. We'd go shopping when I lived in Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. We'd go to like a place like Kohl's, and there'd be music playing, and we'd start dancing in the aisle.
That's sweet.
And Steve and I, we like to dance.
What was playing when you were dancing?
This time?
Yeah.
Oh, probably Michael Bublé.
I knew it was going to be Bublé.
Yeah, Michael Bublé. I love Michael Bublé. I want to go see him live again.
My wife likes him too.
Can someone please find out where he's playing? Because I want to go.
I don't know if he's touring right now, but yes.
I saw him at Radio City, I think it was.
I've seen him at the
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, he puts on a great show.
Yeah, and last time he was here, you missed him, I remember. He was on the show. And
well,
you
I like his music, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so after all these years, though, you and Steve still have some chemistry here. This
Of
is
course
nice.
we do.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
We're very good together. We can travel together. We can be together for hours and days without really turning on each other.
I can do that too. Again, vacation wife and I get along incredibly well.
That's good.
That's fantastic.
But in the house.
In the house, I'm a disappointment.
What about when your kids go to college? It'll just be the two of you.
I think it'll be
As Susie
interesting.
Essman has a bit, and she'll be like, Brian in the morning, Brian at night.
Yeah, it's
Brian
a lot
in
of
the
me.
morning.
The girls have started going to camp for 3 weeks in the summer.
All right.
They go to that theater.
Yeah, so how does that work out?
It's pretty good because most of the time we're traveling.
Oh.
This year, because we're doing some work on the house and some other stuff, maybe we're going to stick around, and we'll see. I don't know. 3 weeks, just the two of us, will be interesting.
But you have a chore going on, so that's the third leg of the marriage.
Yeah.
You know, every marriage needs a third leg. Mm-hmm. It sounds a little sexual, but it's
Yeah.
not. The third leg of a relationship is a lot of times it's the children,
Yes.
but it could also be fixing a house.
Okay. Well, we'll
That
see.
you're focusing on something other than
We need a
each other.
project. Yes.
Yeah.
It could be a vacation. It could be the children. It could be anything.
But,
other
but a
than...
third leg, I think, really refers to an ongoing thing that lasts a long time. Keep the marriage together.
All right. I'll try. What's the third leg of you and Steve?
Chores.
You assigning them and him doing them?
We're
or,
always
yeah.
doing chores. You know, I was thinking about how all these marriages, after many years, like you fall in love with somebody and there's great sex in the beginning and everything, and you want them to be sexy and hot and they wear clothes and they wear tight, blah, blah, blah. And then as the years go on, the men become more and more domesticated. You know, they start to cook, they start to clean up, they put the dishes away, you know, and that's what happens.
You just get worn down, I think, eventually.
You do. But, you know, somebody asked Alan Alda one time, because he's 90 this month. Happy birthday, Alan.
Happy birthday, Hawkeye.
He also has a podcast people should listen to. He's wonderful. He's been married. I mean, he's 90.
Right.
And I think he's been married since he's 19 to the same woman who is a remarkable person. And somebody asked him, what's the secret? And he just looked at the guy and said, we love each other.
Yeah.
It's such a simple, nice thing to say.
That's great.
That's all it really takes.
And it's rarer than it should be, but that's absolutely
But they
right.
also play games together. You know, they do things together. They're very interested in each other. He's very funny, and she's like a solid citizen who's very warm and wonderful.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. You married a solid citizen, too. I think it's good to have one of you to be a solid citizen.
My husband is a man, a person of quality.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about him.
I actually feel the same about my wife, actually. Yeah.
That's what you need to marry, a quality person.
She's moral. She's
Yeah.
believes in what she says. And,
That's right. They don't lie. They don't cheat.
No.
As far as I know.
No. So far, so good. All right. Today on the show, New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani. You asked him about meeting with Trump and being friendly with him as opposed to what Governor Newsom is doing.
Newsom makes fun of Trump.
Going on attack. Governor Newsom also will be on the show before too long.
When is he coming on? I better be here that day.
You are going to be here that
Good.
day, I believe. What tactic do you think will work the best?
Well, if he was dealing with a normal person, I think that a normal person would respond to Newsom in a way like, "How dare you?" You know. But he's not a normal person, so I think he responds to the charm offensive. The charm. What do you call that?
Charm offensive.
Offensive. That's it. The charm offensive. And Mondami's good at that.
He's incredibly charming.
Yeah.
I mean,
he kind of fooled Trump into thinking that he was like him. He's really not.
well, it's so interesting.
Although
to me.
people do say that he is, because he promises everything, and we'll see if he can
Yeah, he's
deliver.
3 weeks in.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about the different approaches with Trump
Yeah.
is if you do it the Newsom way, you're basically saying, I'm cutting all expectation of getting
Right.
anything here. This is about the future. This is about kind of trying to take him down.
Yeah.
While I think the mayor feels like he needs to work
Federal
with President.
funding.
Yeah, he needs to work with President Trump.
Yeah. He needs the federal funding.
But then again, he said things on the show today that President Trump is not going to like. He called
He
for
called
ICE,
him a fascist to his face.
and he called for ICE to be eliminated. I mean, Trump's not going to like that. He's going to get asked about it. So it'll be
I would like to
interesting.
really see how he's going to handle it when those jackboots come into New York City.
Yeah.
I don't see the NYPD putting up with it so easily, or New Yorkers. Although Minnesota, they're trying their best to rebel against it,
Yeah.
but they can't seem to do much. I mean, we're at war. He said he wants to go to war with a NATO member, an ally these are allies for World War II, the Vietnam War, the Iraq War. He wants to go to war with them and war with a United States state, Minnesota. What is wrong with him?
I don't think he wants to go to war with Greenland. I think he just wants to take it.
Well, you can't just take it. It's not for sale.
I
They're
think-
not giving
I think
it to
his feeling
us.
is much like with what happened in Venezuela. What are they going to do about it?
You know, that's very Putin-esque.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
I just realized that the word Putinesca is Putinesca, is Putinesque.
it is.
Well, Putin and Putinesca, Putinesca sauce. You know
Yes.
what that is, right?
I'm trying to think.
It's an Italian
Yes,
sauce.
I know it's Italian sauce,
The
but
word
what's in it?
putana is in it. Because this is why. Because
favorite word.
the prostitutes,
Yes.
when they would be working, could have everything in the cabin, in the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
The spaghetti, olives, olive oil would all be easy to assemble, and a can of
And that's
tomato
why it's
sauce.
puttanesca?
You didn't have to go out and buy milk or anything. You could easily cook something for yourself without taking time away from your job. That's why it's called puttanesca sauce.
Yes. Now our standards department is going to realize you've been calling Anna Navarro a prostitute for months.
She calls me right back.
That's fine.
She calls me putana. I call her putana.
All right. Well, our show's gotten very Putinesque.
But what's interesting is that the name Putin, although it's it's Putin, the
Yes.
other one is Putan.
Yes, I think it just sounds similar. I don't think there's
That's
any
right.
any linkage there.
But Putin goes
Etymology.
into Ukraine because he wants it.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, you know what? I want to go into Buccioletti or whatever that store is with the jewelry and take diamonds out of it. And they say, no, I'm sorry, they're not for sale and you can't have them. It's called theft.
Yes, it is. All right. We talked about, I got nothing else to say there, but yeah, that's true. All right. We talked about the Beckham family today, their family drama, which really, for those who were interested in the Beckham family, you'll get a lot more of this on the Weekend View. We've been breaking this story for weeks on the Weekend View. So you got to tune into that.
Really? That's where it's good on the Weekend View.
You didn't like it today?
No.
This is a big deal. This is a big story. Brooklyn spoke out.
No, you've got Trump invading Greenland. You've got the mayor of New York. And then in the middle of this, we have to talk about Brooklyn Beckham. Who cares?
You, of all people, every other day, you change your mind every day. I just want to point
But
this out.
not on this day.
Every day. We're not CNN. We're not Meet the Press. We shouldn't have to talk about this stuff all the time. Why aren't we talking about this? It's horrible. Someone's got to stand up. Pick a lane, woman.
What do you want? Consistency from me?
No.
That's never been my calling
I
card.
want a lack of complaining. But all right, we talked about Brooklyn family drama today. The family is feuding because their oldest son, Brooklyn, says the parents tried to tear his relationship apart. They made their wedding planning a nightmare, and he was sick of being part of the Beckham perfect image on social media.
Right.
Now, I know you love your son-in-law, but what would you do if you didn't like the person that your daughter was with? I mean, I will say there is something...
I love my son-in-law.
Yeah.
He's a quality person.
Being put in between in-laws and spouses is very hard. It doesn't happen often. My family gets along with my wife, and we all like each other.
Yeah.
But anytime there's even a little bit of a hint of something, and I get along with my in-laws, but it's awkward. It's weird.
You have
for
to
me,
get along with your...
The internal pressure of that is a lot.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, you gotta, like, if you were fighting with Steve's imaginary parents, because they were dead when you met him, that was one of the appeals.
No, he wasn't. They weren't dead. They were dead when we got married.
Dead when you got married.
Not when I
But
met him.
if you were fighting with them now,
Yeah.
you'd expect Steve to take your side, right?
Not necessarily.
No?
Not if I was wrong.
Oh. Have you been wrong?
I've been wrong.
Really? Never seen that.
If I'm wrong, I'm the first to admit it.
Yeah, okay.
But I haven't been wrong so far for 30
Not,
years on
not
this
in the
show.
10 years I've known you. No, you've yet to be wrong.
No.
My favorite part today is when you mentioned that Victoria Beckham was a spicy girl.
Spicy.
She's a spice girl.
I know. I was trying to get to calling myself a
An
oregano,
oregano
spice,
spice.
but I couldn't get there.
You were almost. I think you did do it eventually. You found the road. Yeah. All right. But so I think there's something very interesting in the making the man or the woman choose between their spouse and
You're
their
still
mother.
on this story.
I've had an idea for a game show in my head for a
Aha.
long time.
That's what this is about.
That's right. So
Okay.
like you got, it's kind of like the Who Knows You Better kind of thing they used to
Yeah.
do with like a man, his wife or his secretary.
Mm-hmm.
You got a guy's wife, you got a guy's mother. And I don't know how it happens. They answer questions, and then something bad's going to happen to both of them. And
Who do you save?
Who do you save? So like, let's say the mother's terrified of spiders, and the wife is terrified of snakes, and they're both being lowered down under their seat.
Yeah.
And the man has to save one of them, and they both plead to him, honey, whatever I can do, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then
Who
does he save?
Well, the snake is more dangerous. So you get whoever's under the snake. The
Well,
spiders can be easily killed.
But they're both terrified of it. I don't know. All right, so like I think you gotta save one. I like it. No, Eve and Steve.
Oh,
It's coming down. Who do you save?
Well, you have to save the person you brought into the world.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because it's your responsibility.
I think I got to save my mother. And the other thing, I'll pay for it, but I think I got to save my mother if it's going down. Yeah. Hopefully, Heather's not listening.
So this is a game show you're
I
coming
think it's a game
with?
show I could pitch. Yeah, I think
It's a little.
Have you seen Society?
It's a little
sadistic.
creepy. Like
Yeah.
if your mother and Heather were both in the water and both were drowning, who would you save?
I think I just drown myself.
You
I
say
don't know.
I don't know how to swim.
All right, I'm just saying, or like one of them gets a dream vacation and the other one doesn't. Who do you give it to? It's interesting.
You give it to the one who needs the vacation more.
All right, I like the idea.
That's easy.
There's something here. Contact me if you have a development thing going. All right.
That conversation went nowhere, by the way.
I'm pitching my stuff.
I see that.
I mean, where do your conversations about your plays go?
By
Nowhere.
the way, here's a question I have for you. So my play, My First Ex-Husband.
Okay, this conversation is going to go somewhere important.
Is going to be done in Valentine's weekend in New Brunswick, New Jersey, at the George Street Theater.
I saw you got Mamdani's number. You can ask him to be in it.
No, but I like to have the mayor's number just in case I need something happen.
Sure, if your power goes out.
He knows me.
Yeah.
He told me last time I said to him, you have to come back on the show if you know what's good for you, because certain people, Hillary Clinton, did not come back and she lost the election.
Exactly.
And he reminded me that I told him that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, what was I saying?
Your play, Valentine's Day.
My plays. So it's going to be at the George Street Theater Valentine's weekend.
Yes.
I want to be able to tell our audience, the live audience, who come from New Jersey a lot of, can I advertise? Do you mind during the breaks?
Yeah, sure. Go nuts.
Okay.
But, you get more people here. This is good. The people
I know.
still come.
I know that. I need to do it everywhere.
All right, we'll do it everywhere. Valentine's Day weekend. Who's going to be in it?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure of the others yet.
Okay.
But they're all great.
Yes.
They are.
Yeah.
My basics. Jackie Hoffman from Only Murders in the Building.
Mm-hmm.
Vianne Cox, who I did a play, was a wonderful actress.
Judy
Gold. Susie Essman. These are the people I've had in the show.
Susan Lucci you had on?
Susan Lucci's been in it.
Yeah. La Luce.
Mary Lou Henner, etc. She remembered everything that I've ever done.
Of
Mary
course.
Lou Henner. She's got that crazy memory.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
She
that
should
kind of
work
memory.
in the White House. Help them a little bit. To remind and remember what he's been doing.
All right. Jennifer Garner, I'm going to another topic.
Okay.
Now. Jennifer Garner was recently talking about her ex-husband, Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that when he was writing one of his past movies, he listened to Halo, a Beyonce song, over and over again. For months, he just constantly played that song. Do you have any rituals that you do when you're writing? Is there music playing? Are you in silence? What
Sometimes
do you
I'll put a Woody Allen movie on in the background to remind me of quality dialogue.
And like the cadence of it and stuff like that?
Well, if you ever try to write a screenplay these days, it's a lot of action and cut to this and cut to that. Woody Allen doesn't write like that if you've ever read a screenplay. It's like almost like a play. And then he has wonderful music from the 40s, and I'd like to have that in the background.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you write alone? Do you have to be like in a room without Steve or anybody else?
I can write while someone's blowing my hair out.
Really?
Yeah, I can write alone. I can write with people. Coming up in the summer, I'm going to be going to Paris, as you know, and taking a Paris writing workshop. And it's all about Paris cafe writing, it's called. So I and a bunch of other people will be going cafe to cafe every day for a week and writing in the cafe.
That's pretty good.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
And because there's going to be a lot of talking going on around you, but sometimes that's the way to do it. You have the white noise and you focus.
Yeah, you get inspired.
Like Frank Santopadre, who's a writer on this show.
Yes.
And he writes wonderful things that I use all the time. He has to be in a room by himself. He can't do it if he has any distraction. That's a different style.
Yeah, no, I need pressure and deadlines to write.
That too.
I need so I used to, when I don't know if you've heard this, I used to work for David Letterman. And when I used to do my interviews, we would do them for the guests. I did the pre-interviews, but I would do them the morning of. The people here are so well prepared, and they do it days before. They get all this stuff.
Right.
I would talk to the person at 11 a.m., and at 2 o'clock, I had to give Dave the interview. And for some reason, I would hang up the phone, and I just sit there, and I couldn't start working.
Until what, 1 o'clock? 1:30?
1:15.
1:15.
1:15, and then I would kick into action, and then it would be good. I was able to do it, and I think I would sit and gestate questions and jokes and ideas in my head in that time when I'm not actually writing. Like my subconscious would be working on stuff.
Yeah.
But if I don't have that deadline, I just stare at blank paper.
Well, you're not alone. I mean, everybody has.
You don't procrastinate though, really. It seems
yes,
like
I do.
Do you?
Are you kidding? Of course, everybody does.
Oh.
But first of all, the comedy mind as Lorne Michaels said this, the comedy mind writes with a gun to its head.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. And you're working for a comedian, and you're funny yourself.
Thank you.
And I'm sure your questions were funny. And you sort of eliminate the insecurities when you wait till the last
Well, that's
minute.
a lot of it,
Yeah.
I think. You don't overthink things. You don't go, does
Right.
this work?
So
Does
I
this
only
not
have
work?
15 minutes now. I'll just put anything down, and then
Right.
it comes out.
Right.
And also, every writer needs a deadline. That's why I take classes all the time.
To force yourself to do
Yeah,
it.
even in this Paris cafe writing, we're going to have. She's going to the one who's leading it is going to give us a prompt, and we have to write right there. That's it. You have write. That's it.
All right.
Do it.
All right. There was a story on the Hot Topics list today.
Yeah.
It was from a woman who wanted some advice. She wrote, 20 years ago, I had an affair that ended my marriage, and I feel immense shame and regret about my behavior back then. I'm now dating someone new, and I haven't told him about the affair. I can feel the weight of withholding this information, but I also don't want to admit or discuss this terrible thing I did so long ago. Do I need to tell him?
No.
No.
Why do you need to tell him? Certainly not now. Maybe down the road if the conversation comes up. Do you know everything he's done?
I mean, I think the implication is that they're together. There's a trust that's built because they are telling each other things. I have to say, I think I would probably admit to my wife something like that. But at the
what
same
point?
time, I don't know. But at the same time now, like if I found out she had like affairs early on and didn't tell me
Yeah.
about them, I'd be like, oh, wait a
Before
minute.
you met her?
No, I don't know. I think it would make me judge it a little bit. I think I judge her a little bit.
Why?
I'm very judgy.
But she didn't even know you yet. What is it to you what she did?
It speaks to her character. You said before you like Steve because he's a stand-up guy.
That has nothing to do with past performance. Everybody sins. Everybody makes mistakes. People do what they do.
But you've also said many
How
times
are
that you
you
don't
now?
believe people actually change.
Well, they change, but they don't.
Right.
The spots stay similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if someone's prone to cheating, they're
Well,
likely
that's
to cheat
something.
again.
But that's not a spot. That's a behavior pattern.
Okay.
A behavior pattern can be changed easily.
All right. So the question is, do you need to be completely honest, I guess? And if it's making you feel guilty not being honest.
You know, I don't know. A lot of times people have affairs during the marriage and they go, oh, I have to confess this to you. It makes you feel better.
Right.
It doesn't do anything for the other person, in my opinion. It makes you feel better.
Do you
Go to a shrink and confess it there.
do you have anything you've kept from Steve about
No,
your past?
No.
No.
I tell him, we're an open book. Remember Barbara told me what kind of a lubricant to use? And I told Steve about it. She said to me, you told Steve? Yes, I said, I tell him everything. She was very good on tips, giving you tips.
Apparently so. I wish I'd been here for that. All right. That's all that we're going to end on that. Thank you for joining me today, Joy.
You're welcome.
Tomorrow I'll be back with not only Alyssa Farah Griffin, but original gangsta co-host, OG co-host, Debbie Matenopoulos will be here.
Wow.
An odd pairing, kind of, but makes a little sense. They're both the young ones, as Debbie was christened to be.
Yeah.
So
Still fertile.
still,
That'll be fun.
that'll be my first
Debbie's
question
a
for
great
Debbie.
girl.
Debbie, do you have any questions for Debbie?
No.
No.
Right, I can't think of anything right now. I'm busy eating my lunch.
All right. Well, we're excited to have her back. That'll be fun. Just on the podcast tomorrow, so that'll be good.
That's good.
All right. Thanks, everybody.